Hi everybody, my name is Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, stop! Okay, you can't just mess with my lighting.
It was too bright
while I'm talking.
I thought it was all the way up, but it was all the way down.
Okay, we're gonna try that again. Hi everybody, my name is Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have my husband Julio on with me because I have prepared a special challenge just for him. And he is going to try and describe the plot of books by just looking at their covers. I've seen some other channels do this. If I can find some, I will link some other examples down below in the description box for you to check out if you enjoy this sort of thing. But I tried to pick some books with pictures on them. I didn't pick just like a red book and then say go. I tried to have books with some kind of descriptive pictures on the front. So we will see how you do.
I can only look at the front.
Yeah, let's just say the front because
the back will tell me what it's about.
Yeah, you might see a synopsis on the back. So
okay,
let's just say the front cover.
Gotcha.
Maybe the spine. You could look at the spine too. And the first book that I'm going to pick for him is The Little White Horse by Elizabeth Goudge.
Wow, that unicorn is very far to the left. It's like not even in the center. So J.K. Rowling adored it. It's obviously fantasy. There's a castle in the background. Is it about a girl growing up with a white horse that becomes a unicorn?
You're right about there is a little girl involved.
Because the castle.
There is a girl involved.
Is the horse hers? Or she discovers it, she finds it, and then trains it and develops a special bond? That's
not bad, actually. It's not exactly right, but I'm gonna give you the point.
Oh, I get a point?
Yes, you get a point.
I didn't even know I was getting points. So I'm working for points, huh?
You're gonna... I guess I should have told you that you get points.
You just guess, and then I have fun watching you.
No, you get points. I'll give you the point for this one because you got that there's a little girl, and there is a horse, and there maybe is a special bond. It's not necessarily like her horse, and it's not necessarily the center of the story, but it is about a little girl who is orphaned, and she goes to a manor to live with her uncle, and some magic stuff happens, basically. So, yeah, we're going to give you the point.
All right, cool.
1 point for Julio. Yay. Okay, next up, we have Watership Down.
Okay, let's see. Richard Adams, Watership Down. I think that sounds like the name of a place. Watership Down. Because there's a place here. And it doesn't look like there's any warships that are going to go down in the ocean because it's a very placid looking background.
Placid.
Yeah. Got the countryside and a rabbit. It's about people living in the countryside. Something bad happens to them and they overcome it.
Did you say it's about people?
Yeah, people in the countryside.
Okay. I'm going to say you don't get this point because it's actually about rabbits in the country.
What?
Yeah. No, the main characters are rabbits.
No.
Yes.
Does it talk?
Yeah, the rabbits talk.
Okay, that's a different kind of book.
Yeah, the rabbits do talk, and actually the humans are taking over their land.
Oh, no.
And the rabbits have to, like, figure out how to survive, and they, like, go on a journey and stuff.
Wow.
So, it's actually about the rabbits.
It's literally about what's on the cover. It's
literally about the rabbit.
Wow. And I thought I was going to be silly making up a story like that. Okay.
No, you were close, but actually it's about rabbits. So
oh, no.
We're gonna not give you the point.
Expect the unexpected, fellas.
Yes. Here's your next one. It is A Good Marriage by Kimberly McCreight.
That looks creepy. Let me guess. The marriage is not good.
Continue.
Okay. It's a novel about maybe a couple that appeared to have a good marriage and then their marriage was not good. Maybe it led to... Well, obviously the creases over this photograph kind of lead you to believe that there's something that falls apart or there's a struggle. Is there a murder in the marriage? Maybe like something happens to this. Maybe her husband kills her. Ooh, yeah. That's my guess.
I'm going to give you the point for it. It is about a marriage and a murder mystery that surrounds a marriage. And I'm going to give you the point, too, because you did say that it looks like they had a perfect life and then something falls apart. So that's very close to some things that happened in the story. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the point for that one.
All right. What is it about?
It is about a lady who is a young lawyer, and she gets a phone call from her friend from college.
Spoilers or no spoilers?
No, not spoilers. She gets a phone call.
You guys are okay.
Thank you for looking out for them.
Oh yeah, always.
She gets a phone call from her friend in college, and he says, "I'm in jail for the murder of my wife, and I want you to defend me." And so she has to defend her friend, but then she starts to figure out things kind of look a little sketchy. Just solve the murder from there. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Seems like it makes a better TV series.
Thrillers, I tend to agree with you there. I kind of think thrillers in general make more interesting television and movies than they do books. But this one's pretty good if you like thrillers. If you like that kind of thing, it's good. Okay, next up, a very beloved one on BookTube in general. This is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman.
You'll laugh, you'll cry. You'll feel new sympathy for the curmudgeons in your life. Okay. So, obviously, an older gentleman who has a cat. Just guessing. Okay, so it's giving me some vibes of As Good as It Gets. Like Jack Nicholson, he's a curmudgeon. There's another Jack Nicholson movie where he's
He's always a curmudgeon.
Not a curmudgeon.
He's always a curmudgeon.
What's the movie that I was thinking of? Anyway, you kind of find out about the background of people and what they've gone through. So it looks like maybe he's... Okay, this name is not American.
It's true.
Maybe Jewish? Maybe Greek? Yeah, maybe someone who's seen some war action is my guess. Or maybe has been persecuted. And he's probably had, I don't know if he was married. I don't know if he had kids. He probably had a spouse. Maybe she's passed. Now he's by himself. And his only companion is this cat.
It's kind of scary how good you did on that one. You did really well. You didn't get everything, but you got some major plot points. He is a grumpy old man. I think the author is
Jewish.
I want to say
Bachman.
No, I want to say he's
kind of Jewish.
I want to say he's actually Swedish.
Swedish.
And I think Ove might be a Swedish name. Yeah, there was a spouse, and I think you hit on some things. And he's a grumpy old man, and you learn about him and misconceptions of people like him, and it's very sweet and heartwarming. You did really good on that one. Yeah. You basically told us the plot.
I mean, it's kind of, you've seen stories like this, like Up, with Pixar, and you get to find out.
That's why I like this book, because it reminds me of Up.
There you go.
So Julio is sitting at 3 points. How about this one? Save the Date by Morgan Matson.
Shenanigans is what's happening here. And it seems kind of a silliness, lighthearted. Maybe someone who's prone to accidents. It's signed first edition.
Yeah, I bought it that way. I didn't actually meet Morgan Matson. I just bought it that way.
Okay, there's obviously a wedding happening. This looks like a bridesmaid, perhaps. Close to the couple. Whatever this wedding is, there's a lot of difficulties trying to put it together, and it's probably because of her. But it also seems like she's probably trying to help, but she's doing more damage than helping because she's trying to keep it all together. Seems like she, well, I don't know. Should we blame the dog? Like, he's the one who caused...
The poor dog.
He's the one who caused this table to flip over, or... someone just knocked it over and she's trying to keep it up. I don't know. I would say it's a lighthearted book. Seems like it. And it's just a story about getting a wedding together and things are falling apart. And if you haven't been married yet and you haven't put a wedding together before, things do fall apart, like all the time. And
not that we know.
no, I mean not between the couple. I'm just saying, like, weddings are hard to put together.
Weddings are hard. I'll go ahead and give it to you because it is about a wedding where everything goes wrong. Like,
okay.
And it's like a romantic comedy kind of thing.
Yeah, it has that feel.
It's a little bit more deep than that. There's some like kind of touching like family drama issues in here, but yeah, you basically got it. I gave you that cover says a lot, so you got a lot of information from that cover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good job. You are 4 for 5.
Wow, that dang rabbit.
The dang rabbit. Rascally rabbit.
I know.
How about this one? Beach Read by Emily Henry.
I remember you read this at the beach.
Did I?
Mm-hmm. We went to the beach in the summer and you read it.
Did I read this one there? Okay.
Yeah, you brought this with you.
I don't remember that.
Makes sense, right, by the title. Beach Read. Looking at this cover, my guess it's that it's another romance of 2 people meeting at the beach, reading.
Do you want to get more specific, maybe? What happens?
Okay, well, I think they fall in love with each other. Just, it's, okay, a beach read. Maybe, well, there's 2 people here. There's a dude right there with a baseball cap. And then there's a lady with a summer, like, sun hat. And,
so what happens?
What happens is that he notices her. Maybe they just... Okay, this I'm going to make up a story now. Let's say the gentleman here usually goes to the beach to read because he wants to get away from people bothering him because he can't read at home. And this lady here enjoys sunbathing more than reading. But there's a pencil there, so... You know, she's probably taking notes on things that she sees around the beach. And I think that they're regulars at this beach. They see each other. Or maybe he starts noticing her first. I don't know. I'm just going to guess. And then a relationship ensues. And the rest is history, as they say.
I'm not sure I should give that to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're actually both writers.
Oh.
And so they're writers, and they have next door cabins, and they actually don't like each other at first.
Oh.
And they challenged each other to write the other person's genre. So, like, she writes romance stories, and he writes serious literary fiction. And then they try to swap places and try to write each other's genres.
Huh. That's a lot more interesting than the cover.
Yeah, I know. You did fine for the cover, but yeah, I'm not sure you quite got it.
Yeah. It's hard to read that one.
Yeah. I'm going to say we didn't get it, just because you didn't mention writing at all.
Well, I did say that she wrote down notes of what she saw at the beach. Because
there's a pencil in the cover.
But that's nowhere near... Like, where's this guy's pencil?
He doesn't have a pencil.
Exactly. He needs to have one.
He does look like he's just reading, huh?
Or a laptop. That's a bad cover.
But it's a little bit deceptive, I guess.
Yeah.
You got 4 out of 6 then. So
far. Okay.
Okay.
I lost 2 points.
How about this one? The Harp of Kings by Juliet Marillier.
Is it a harp or a lyre? Let's see. It completely transported me to the wonder and enchantment of ancient Ireland. Okay, so it's Celtic. So it's a lady dressed up for battle with a dagger. It looks like she's got some sort of royal descent. She's wearing purple. She's looking for something. She's tracking something down, maybe. Is it a quest looking for a harp? Okay, so she's looking for a harp. Maybe she discovers that she's the descendant, or she's the royalty and she had no idea. I was on the right track.
You were on the right track, and then you went a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, the purple kind of leads me to believe that she's royalty.
You're going to get this point. She is looking for a harp. This harp has to be played for the coronation of the next king, and it goes missing. And if the harp isn't played, the society won't accept the king as king. So she has to find it. She goes, it is a quest story. You're right.
I said all those words.
You said all those things. You get the point. Good job.
Yay.
So that is 5 points now. If you even get sort of right on this, I'm going to give it to you because nobody can really describe this plot. Not really.
Okay.
It's one of those stories that no one can describe it to you before you read it.
All right.
So it is The Way of Kings.
Of course.
By Brandon Sanderson. I would love to know what you think it's about.
Well,
if you even sort of get it, I might give it to you.
I know there's battles, and by this cover, you can tell there's at least two sides. It's a very expansive world, and from what I've heard, this book opens up. It expands the world, and it's already pretty massive. So you discover things. And these are just, from what I've heard you say about the book. But you haven't really said much. Because you don't want to spoil it. She wants me to read this saga. Book 1 of the Stormlight Archive. This is obviously the introduction to the story. Knowing Sanderson, it probably just drops you in. And you discover things as you read. So the plot is very well developed. I'm going to guess that neither side is truly evil. I think they're fighting for dominance, but I think that each side thinks the other is evil, but I don't think they truly are. That's just my guess. They're just fighting for power. This guy has a flag, so it looks like he's trying to claim whatever he's on. And then the other guy's like, yeah, I'd like to see you try. And there's a chasm in the middle, in between them. So maybe they, at one point, were allies. And there was a rift that separated them. Like both of these tribes. So that's my guess.
You got a lot of the things, so I'm going to give you the point for this one. Yeah, so there are two sides, and in typical Sanderson fashion, you're right, neither side is necessarily good or evil, and you do see both perspectives, too. Not necessarily in the first book, you get more of the perspective later. But, yeah, the chasm, I'm not sure, they are actually... I'm not sure they're really related in that way that you kind of started to say, so not quite that. They're actually very different groups. So, but you got, expansive universe, and what else did you say? You said a lot of the right things, I think.
Wanting to claim dominance over the land. Yeah,
there's a territory war involved for sure. Absolutely. Good job. You get a point. All right, this one might be a little bit tougher. The cover's not as descriptive.
There's nothing on this cover.
Well, there's something on this cover. It is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Mm-hmm. Okay, see if you can maybe spin a story out of it. Okay. There are some things on the cover.
Yeah. So France. There is a hummingbird. So that's a nightingale, not a hummingbird. Portrait of Love and War.
So you know there's a war involved.
Yeah. France. Is
Which war?
Maybe World War II? Yeah. I'm guessing World War II. The perspective is from someone looking outward from inside. And the rain is on the other side of the glass. And it seems like someone's looking at the Eiffel Tower from inside somewhere. The Nightingale. And maybe someone's imprisoned or trapped or cannot leave. Maybe from the window you see the protagonist sees this nightingale and wishes that they were the nightingale so that they can flee and leave the tragedies of war.
This is a hard one. I'm gonna say you didn't get it though, but this is a hard one. It is World War II, but it's about two sisters, and one of them kind of becomes the Nightingale. But it's about each of their experiences in World War II, which you can't really get from the cover. So this is this is not a fair pick.
No.
But I'm gonna say you did not get it.
Okay.
Sorry. I feel kind of bad for that one. That's kind
this
of
one's
not
about
a good clue.
Ninjas in the future.
In France.
In France.
We have one more today, and that is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. What do you think this is about?
Skyward. Okay, so I see some spaceships. So this is more sci-fi. And yeah, there are like these spiky things in the planet that she's in, but there are also, looks like robots? It's hard to tell. And satellites. It seems like there's a war happening in the sky. Okay, so I'm going to say it's like battles in the sky. It's also about territory. It's also about conquering. Yeah, it just seems like maybe the place where the protagonist is from is so crowded that they're needing to expand into the skies. I mean, the bottom part claim the stars. But then there's this battle. So I don't know if there's an attack and they're running away, or if she's part of a group that's trying to fight back against the attacks. I'm not sure.
You actually said a lot of the plot.
Oh, okay, cool.
You actually did really well on that one. Yes, there is battles in the sky. So she is training to be a pilot in this war of her people that's been like an ongoing war. And her own father also was in the war and allegedly died in the war. And there's a controversy around her father that he was a traitor. And that he did something to like sabotage the battle. And so she wants to be a pilot, but she has this like background of her father was a traitor, and so she has to figure out how to become a pilot in this like training school. And that's just the starting point. But you're right, there is it's sci-fi, it's battle between different people in the sky. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. You got pretty good. You got pretty close.
All right.
All right, so let's add up your total here. You got 7 out of 10.
I did.
You got 7 out of 10.
Which
Good job.
No, I didn't get the mouse, the rabbit one.
Yeah, I know. You didn't get these 3.
And there were 10? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I got 7 out of 10.
You got 7 out of 10.
All right.
That's not bad. That's pretty
solid
good.
C.
A
That's
solid
a passing
C.
grade.
Hey, you take it when you can get it. All right. Thank you, Julio, for joining me and letting me torture you with different book titles. I hope you had fun.
It was fun.
Okay, good. Thank you for watching our video today. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I do videos every Tuesday and Friday, and occasionally Julio will pop into my videos. So if you enjoy him, be sure to stick around for more Julio content.
Or if you don't like him, then you can write it in the comments.
Let us know in the comments below if you've read any of those books. Do you think Julio did a good job on this challenge? Did he get the right synopsis? I think he did pretty good. Okay. He's not sure if he did good or not.
I think I did okay.
You did. You did really good. Yeah.